Hey guys, I have some exciting news to share with you guys. I'm actually getting Invisaligns for my teeth and I thought it would be quite fun to take you guys along with my journey and see how I kind of progress over time. If you guys have had Invisaligns or braces, let me know down below your experiences and give me some tips because I have no idea how it's going to be. I'm really excited for the end product, and I guess we'll see how it all goes. Hi guys, I wanted to give you a quick update of my Invisaligns. I've had my Invisaligns on for about 2.5 weeks now. I currently have them off, which is bad. I should have them on. I'll start with when I got them on. So the day I went to my dentist, I got the attachments put on. How that kind of works is there's these little like cups with the attachments stuck on them already, and then they put glue on your teeth, and then they put the cap over, and then they kind of seal it with UV light or some form of light, and they pull it off, and then the attachment stays on your teeth. And at first I really did not like my attachments. They felt really rough. I kept going over them with my tongue because they just felt so foreign in my mouth. They felt like I had stuff stuck in and on my teeth, and the glue is really rough. I'd have to say that now, 2.5 weeks on, it definitely is much more comfortable. I feel like the attachments are just there, but they don't have that kind of rough feelings. I haven't had issues with my attachments kind of like rubbing against my lips or anything. I do have quite a few of attachments on my top and bottom teeth. Luckily I don't have any on the front of my teeth. They've placed those ones on the back of my teeth, which are good for aesthetic reasons, but the annoying thing is that it has affected my bite, so I can't really chew on certain foods and I can't really bite into foods, but it's very much invisible being on the back of my teeth. The attachments are on because they kind of put extra pressure in certain spots to move teeth in the right direction. The first few days of having my Invisaligns on, oh my gosh, I really questioned whether I did the right thing or not getting them at all. It didn't hurt at first. It just felt like so much pressure. It felt like the aligners were really tight on my teeth, and it didn't hurt per se, but it just felt very uncomfortable. I'd say that the second day of Invisaligns is the worst day. It really started to hurt that day. I could really feel not only the pressure, but I could start to feel a lot of pain and sensitivity in my teeth. It was quite hard to brush my teeth as well, just because it kind of really hurt. Another thing that started bothering me is the constant brushing of my teeth. So you brush your teeth every time you put them back on. There was so much effort. I had to, take off the aligners and then eat and then brush my teeth. And then I like to brush my aligners because I just feel like I want them nice and fresh, and then put them back in. And the whole process can take a while, especially if you're not used to it, which is the next thing. I struggled so much to get off my aligners at the beginning. I kind of didn't have a very good technique, but what I have learned is the best way to do it is kind of to just go from the inside, but to kind of go diagonally with your thumbs and pull off the aligner on the last tooth, and then kind of pull it from one side to the other. At first, having very sensitive teeth and trying to do that, it was quite difficult. I definitely recommend you not to take off your aligners in front of people because it's not very pretty. But now, 2.5 weeks in, I'm very much used to the routine. I am eating less, so I'm eating my 3 meals a day, but 3 bigger meals, I guess. So I'm doing my breakfast, lunch and dinner. I don't snack anymore because it is such a hassle. The one thing that bothers me the most is that I can't have tea all throughout the day. That's something that I really had to get used to. I am a big tea lover. I drink so much tea every day. I also haven't eaten anything that requires me to chew a lot. I find that I can't really eat burgers properly or steaks. Like, I definitely can't eat steaks just because my chewing isn't perfect. But in saying that, my partner also got Invisaligns at the same time, and he is fine. He can eat much more normally than me. I feel that because the back ones for me are really affecting my bite. Switching between my first set and my second set was torture. It hurt so much. I found that the second set felt really tight again, so it felt like how I felt at the beginning of getting the Invisaligns. It just was so tight and there was a lot of pressure, and this time I felt like my teeth were much more sensitive. But that only lasted 2 to 3 days, and now the aligners are going on and off very easily. That pain only lasted 2 to 3 days, and then I am now switching my aligners every week because I have the Invisalign system, which helps you to accelerate your course of Invisalign. So you kind of have this vibrating device that you put in your mouth for 20 minutes every night. I think it's about 20 minutes, and it kind of vibrates the ligaments to move your teeth a bit faster. And I'm really glad that I got the Invisalign system. I wouldn't say that the Invisalign process is very enjoyable. It's not a constant pain or anything, but you know, having attachments and having to take things on and off before you eat and after you eat, it's kind of annoying. So I'm really glad that I got the Invisalign system to kind of speed up the process. If you guys have any questions about the Invisalign system, definitely let me know down in the comments below, and I will kind of go through the experiences that I've had and my partner have had with the Invisalign, because I've noticed that with our Invisalign process, like, we have very different experiences. I'm not sure if I'm just a bit more of a complainer, but I feel like I've had a lot more pain or sensitivity and issues with eating more so than him. So we have two perspectives about Invisalign. So if you guys have any questions, let us know and we'll definitely answer them. And if you guys know someone going through the Invisalign process or is thinking about it, definitely share this video with them. To follow me on my teeth journey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hi guys, I wanted to give you another update of my Invisalign experience. Today I am going to change to my 11th week Invisaligns. No, 12 weeks. So it's been 3 months. Yes, it's been 3 months. My total course is 38 sets, so I am nearly a third of the way there. I have noticed a lot of changes in my teeth at the 3-month point. And just a reminder, I do have a Celadent, so I'm changing my sets every week instead of every fortnight. I cannot imagine having done Invisaligns without the Celadent. I feel like it makes it a lot more bearable because I'm changing my trays every week, so they aren't getting really gross, which is great, and I feel like a week just makes the progress seem a lot faster. I cannot imagine having to wait a fortnight to change. I also find that when I change it into the next set, I feel like it's not that painful, but using the Celadent tool right after I change it, I feels like it kind of just numbs my mouth a bit, and it feels like it's so much easier to kind of deal with. I am changing my sets at night, so I kind of perhaps am sleeping through the most painful time, but even then I feel like the next day I feel fine. I haven't had a lot of pain issues, thank God. Like sometimes I'll get some sensitivity in my front teeth, like especially the ones that need the most moving, I guess. So my front teeth on the top and the bottom, I feel like they're the ones that get most sensitive when I'm changing sets. But other than that, it hasn't been a very painful experience. As I mentioned, at the 3-month point now, I am seeing a lot of changes in my teeth. So the changes I've noticed are a lot of the teeth have gaps in them, and you can kind of tell when you're like flossing your teeth, there's not much resistance and things like that. So you can kind of tell that your teeth are being pulled apart, and that's kind of how the straightening for my process is working, because I had a bit of overcrowding, especially on my bottom, so they're really pulling the teeth apart and kind of trying to get them straight, and then they're going to tighten everything again at the end. Pros are that it really hasn't been that painful, and I'm so used to changing my trays, taking them in and out for eating and things like that. I feel like having Invisaligns is so much easier than having normal braces because they're not on you 24/7. I mean, I do have weddings coming up and, you know, birthdays, important events, things like that I really don't want to have braces for, so I have really been enjoying being able to take them off when I need to. But moving into some cons, I have noticed that a lot of my teeth have been staining so bad. You are advised to not drink caffeinated drinks like coffee and tea, but I'm a tea addict and I need my tea, so I do have tea maybe like once or twice in the day, and I feel like they stain my teeth really badly. I'm not sure if it's the glue that's kind of residual on my teeth, like from my attachments, but I'm just finding my teeth are staining so badly. I think that's because like when you put the trays in, your teeth are kind of like stewing away in this gross thing. Let's not talk too much, but I just feel like that is an issue, and I am rinsing my mouth and brushing them when I can between meals and drinks. I also noticed that my teeth are changing color a bit, so they're not as white as they were. They're yellowing a bit, which is bad because I have attachments on the front of my, on the front of my side top teeth, and I feel like they're very noticeable. I'm still not eating like steaks and biting into foods. I just feel like it's not sensitive or painful, but I just feel like they're not as strong as they were, so I'm a bit more cautious with what I eat. But definitely subscribe to stay tuned with my Invisalign experience. It has been a good experience, so I would recommend it to those who kind of were sitting on the fence thinking about it like I was for several years. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Until soon, take care and much love. Bye guys! first thing I'm so excited about is the Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. I absolutely love using cleansing oils as